So let's talk about fabrics, shall we? So you're going to have to source fabric for doing your sewing projects. Now, you can go to the store and just buy some fabric, and right now in our current climate, going to the store is kind of iffy. So I wanted to talk to you about some ways to source some fabric, or what to look for as you're getting fabric, so you know that you're getting the right kinds. Of course, the easiest way to source fabric will be to go through your clothes. Go through your clothes and find things that maybe you don't wear anymore. Things that you've been like, man, I really like this color or this pattern, but I just don't wear it, doesn't fit, whatever. This is a great way to reuse that fabric. But the problem is that you need to make sure you're getting the right kind of fabric for what you're doing. We are going to be quilting, so therefore, and especially those of you who have not done any sewing before, there are certain things you need to stay away from. So, for example, this kind of fabric right here, this is really quilter's fabric. I have bought it from the store. It is a woven, just like what you did before. So it has like a tiny bit of stretch, but really it is not a stretchy fabric. So that's what you really want. So something like this. Again, you can use, or even this. The nice thing about quilters fabrics is it's very obvious what is the right side and the wrong side. Right side, wrong side. Super easy to figure out because of the print. Now, as I was saying, if you want to source some fabric, pajamas, like I have these old flannel, very cute foxy PJs, but they don't fit the way I want them to anymore, so I am recycling. This is just a piece of the leg that I have cut off. There is a little bit of work you have to do in order to get this prepared, but something like a flannel or even a flannel shirt. Flannel is a great material to use for quilting. Again, see, it has no stretch, and it's great because right side, wrong side. Sweaters. Sweaters are going to be super tempting to want to use. This is a piece of an old sweater. The only problem is this is a knit. See how it stretches a lot. This stretch equals difficulty sewing. It's going to warp, it's going to do things on you that, especially if you're a beginner sewer, you're not going to want to deal with. So avoid sweaters. Same thing goes with t-shirts or t-shirt type fabric. It's going to be super tempting. I'm sure you have lots of t-shirts lying around, but the problem is it has stretch. Also, with t-shirts, it's super hard to tell what is the right side. Right side, wrong side. Can you tell? I can, but the point is, it's going to be really hard to sew with because it has so much stretch. Stretch, it means that your pieces change and warp, which means if you're a beginning sewer, going to be more difficult. If you really have to use t-shirt material, you cannot find anything else, there are ways to work it. So you know, side with the lines is the right side. Side without the lines is the wrong side. It's also going to be super tempting to use silky fabrics like this satin. Oh, it's so pretty, so lovely. And it does have the qualities of, it doesn't have a stretch to it, so it's just got, that part of it is good. However, it's slippery. It's slippery, and it's going, like, especially when you put the two right sides together, it slides around a lot. So this might, again, also not be the best thing for you to use. This is a dyed muslin. Muslin is great. Muslin is kind of your base fabric that is used for a lot of kind of foundational sewing. So something like this would work good. You can tell it's a muslin usually based on how it frays. But again, this is a woven, so it'll work great. Another thing that's really good to use is something like this. This is actually an old upholstery fabric. So something like this where it's a little thicker, but still, again, it does not have any stretch or any warp, that's great. I would even recommend things like pillowcases, old sheets, old curtains, as long as they're not shears. Anything like that. Bandanas. A bandana is a great thing to use for your sewing. So be creative when you're sourcing your fabrics, and hopefully this helps you kind of know what to look for as you start to source. All right, so good luck.